What is going on, guys? Thank you so much for jumping in to this video / broadcast right now. My name is Danny Coldblood, aka my music vidiots. How you guys all doing today? Thank you guys for jumping in. I know it's a little bit of a late broadcast or early. I guess it's all on how you're looking at it, right? One thing that Rockstar Games has definitely done for us is give us the tools on how to use our perspective and perception in the right way, right? So I just want to go ahead and just touch on something really quick. I'm going to try to make this quick as possible because I did talk about it a little bit in the last video, but that was like more of a chilling live stream. We took like a couple hours talking about stuff and kind of just, you know, going into the details on the last trailer. So that's what we're going to pick up today. We're going to pick up starting off at the last trailer. And I want you guys to take a look at a couple things I want to show you here. And we're going to go into basically the biggest Easter egg that Rockstar Games has presented to us. Their biggest secret is basically what we've seen within GTA 5 so far and the CHILIAD mystery. We still have an unsolved Easter egg within that game. And it's actually led us into giant rabbit holes, but some of these things make sense. It's not just conspiracy theories and crazy nonsense of making theories work out. What I'm going to show you guys today is different facts that are going to outline this theory that is going to make you just think. It's going to make you wonder. And if you were around for the last video or broadcast, you'll remember some of this stuff because I brought it up, but I'm going to try to do it a little bit more organized. I'm not going to be able to cover everything that backs this stuff up, but over time I will. I'm gonna talk about it more and more, and we're gonna play some GTA and some Red Dead Redemption, and maybe even go back to some LA Noire, because it's very coincidental that everything seems to line up in a certain timeline, and it seems very coincidental and suspicious that us as gamers have not been able to solve something like an Easter egg that we know about within Grand Theft Auto 5, when usually gamers are on that kind of stuff. They solve stuff really quickly. You know, a game usually has a walkthrough out before it's even released. You know what I mean? That's a little over-exaggerated, but you get my point. So let's go ahead and take a look at something. The trailer, the last trailer that came out the other day, we were presented with this official trailer number 3. We're going to take a look at a couple things on Rockstar's website, and then we'll go ahead and ask you guys what you think. Definitely leave all your opinions, theories, and anything else you think of in the comments below, and we'll get to answering everything that we can, and we can see where everyone stands on this, because I think there's too many coincidences. I think there's way too much, and it needs to be talked about. So let's go ahead and start this off.
Listen to me. We don't want to kill any of you. But trust me, we will. Wake them up a little!
First things first, see this gun? I'm going to talk about this a little bit more. This gun seems a little familiar, okay? And this is one of the facts that I'm going to show you guys that outlines the theory, basically, like I just said. It makes me really see why they're doing what they're doing, and I'm thinking that in Red Dead Redemption 2, we're going to have a lot of things answered for us, guys. Okay, first of all, I'll just show you now. I won't wait till later. See this gun? This gun is very similar to the gun that we just seen in GTA 5. Look at the design on it. Do you see this? We were just given this double-action revolver if we did the treasure hunt in GTA Online. Now, they're giving us a treasure hunt, which is something that they gave us in Red Dead Redemption. The storyline had treasure hunts where we had to find gold, and we know, if you guys have been watching the channel, you know that gold is a big factor within, you know, different theories within solving the mystery. Okay, we'll try to stay away from that for right now. So we have this gun that is very similar to the one that we just looked at in the trailer, the new trailer, okay, as well as other images, which we'll get to throughout this video.
This whole thing is pretty much done. We're more...
So basically, that gun, right, is tying GTA to Red Dead. That's our first step of tying things together. They're giving us something in GTA 5 that's going to help us in another title. Not another GTA title, but a Rockstar Games title, Red Dead Redemption. So why? Why are they doing that? They're tying the two titles in together for us. Oh, do this treasure hunt in GTA and have this weapon for Red Dead 2. So they're showing us that they are connecting things for a reason. Okay, it's not just, oh, let me make my theory work. No, they're doing it for us. They're showing us there's a connection. And then in this trailer, it starts to show us other things. By 1899, the West had nearly been tamed. What's something that you do to an animal? You tame it, right? And there is connections between animals and GTA as well as Red Dead Redemption as well, and that is with Bigfoot, right? We have Bigfoot, and we're going to talk about this too in a couple seconds here. I'm just trying to think of the best way to go about doing that stuff, because there's so much information, guys. There's so much. There's so many connections. I don't want to sit here for 3 hours. We're going to have to do most of the connections over time, so definitely stay tuned to future videos and or updates.
You have got to
Right after showing us the word tamed, they show us horses, a bunch of horses. We're going to talk about horses in a second as well, connecting the games together.
faith. They will not crush us.
The age of gunslingers and outlaws had almost passed into myth. Almost passed into myth. And this is something I brought up the other day as well. Big connections to Bigfoot as well. Okay, the definition of myth is a traditional story, especially one concerning the early history of a people or explaining some natural or social phenomenon, and typically involving supernatural beings or events. Okay, we got the word legend associated with myth, story, okay? Come back when your story is complete. That's right there by the mural up on Mount Chiliad. And in the definition of story, it says, an account of an imaginary or real people and events told for entertainment. An account of past events in someone's life or in the evolution of something. Past events. And that's where we go into everything that we're going to talk about. In the definition of myth, we've seen legend. We know that Rockstar uses legend a lot within GTA, like legendary motorsports. Okay, there's even Legend of the West connected to Red Dead Redemption, which was the trophy in or achievement in Red Dead Redemption for, I think, collecting all of the other trophies. Okay, you became a true legend of the West, and it's the big statue of the stallion, right? We're talking about horses, like I told you. We're going to talk about this. It all connects, guys. We have this in GTA 5 as well, okay? In GTA 5, it's this this horse here on Portola Avenue or Street, whatever it is. Now, on this horse, there's a sign right below it, and it says Robert Chala on there, okay? And basically, this is the fast one. It's an iconic statue of a rearing horse in GTA 5. It's located on Portola Drive in Rockford Hills. It was created by an artist, Robert Chala, and it's based on a real-life torso statue on Rodeo Drive. So it's even tied to a real-life statue on Rodeo Drive in real life. Now, Robert Chala, when you look into that, it's kind of like suspicious, guys. It takes us to Sandy Shores, okay? And I'm going to cover over this briefly because it's all in a video I'm going to show you anyway. I'm going to kind of link you guys up with the video, so all this information is already there. Basically, Sandy Shores has a couple streets that are related to Red Dead as well, like Armadillo, and these streets are actually intersected right next to a very important thing in Sandy Shores, and that is the house of the serial killer, if you will, right? The Infinite 8 killer, right? And we know that 8 and infinity all tying to timelines, and what we see a lot within Rockstar titles. And it's funny because it really, really seems to make a lot of sense. With the new trailer came new images. Okay, this was the first image that we were given when we can check out, Red Dead Redemption 2. Rockstar gave us this wallpaper. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7 people on the cover. The new one has, now we were just given this with that trailer, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, now we have 8 people. And we know that 8 is just the infinity sign stood up, right? So if you guys see where I'm going with this, it's really suspicious how things are working out. And I also noticed, if we want to take a look at this, there's 1, 2, 3. I think there was what? Let me see here. Let me scroll down a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stars I noticed. So we have 5 stars, just like in GTA 5, when we always had 6. I don't know if that's going to relate to anything or not, but it's something I noticed. As well as, whatchamacallit, the, where am I here? Going backwards. Okay, so in this picture, right, we see mountains in the background, kind of like, Chiliad vibe. In this background, we have tall trees. And it's kind of funny because in Red Dead Redemption, Bigfoot was found in the tall tree area, okay? In GTA 5, he was found in the Chiliad wilderness, in the, near tall trees as well. So it's funny because in Red Dead Redemption, the first one, it's actually located, we're all in the same location. It's really hard to explain this. If you go to their games, right, and you look at the location, we're all on the same soil. We're basically on the same soil in each one of these games. When you look at San Andreas, you look at GTA 5, you look at Red Dead Redemption, okay, even Red Dead Redemption 2. We're all on the same soil. So in theory, there's a timeline that is all intertwined with itself. And I'll give you guys a link here. This is a video I made a long time ago, but it holds such good information. Seriously, insanely great information. And you guys really, really should check this out. It's called Unleashing the Truth, Time Travel. All I did was search my own self and put Unleashing the Truth on there. And in this video, I cover so many things that I can't sit here and bring up again. You guys are going to just have to check it out. But I want to show you a couple parts from this video that are going to kind of help out the point I'm making here. But if you watch this for yourself, you'll see way more of what I'm trying to show anyway.
Nothing, sir.
What's it about?
Well, it's an adventure, sir. Set out in the west.
Pay attention to the words that are spoken. So in here now, I'm talking about, let me just go ahead and mute this. So you'll see this whole scene from GTA 5, right? He's got one eye, the hunter. He says, I thought you was a beast. Oh yeah, actually I shouldn't mute the word. I shouldn't mute it because it's got, I want you guys to notice that the subtitles are changed. And it's the only time I found in the story of GTA a difference between what was said and what was spoken. I think I even say that.
Watch. Nearly pull a bullet.
Set out in the west.
Pay attention to the words that are spoken and the subtitles that are written.
You're real lucky.
Why?
I thought you was a squatch. Nearly pulled a bullet in you. Made my goddamn fortune.
A what?
A Sasquatch.
Man, you believe in that bullshit?
I spent 8 years combing these woods. I've seen one hundreds of times.
Spent 8 years combing these woods. 8.
I just never got a clear shot. Here, look at this.
And then basically the same exact thing is done in Red Dead Redemption.
You feeling all right, mister? I've seen a lot of strange things recently, but no Sasquatch running around here. Nor no place else. They're made up.
There's Sasquatches every place, cowboy. They're nastier than your mother-in-law with a bad case of that virus.
And what he's talking about with virus is this girl. You'll notice her throughout the game in hidden spots if you're playing Red Dead Redemption. Sometimes you'll see her face in a window. You have to really look hard to catch her. But she's actually main thing within the DLC Undead Nightmare, which ties all this back together as well, because you have a legendary mount. Okay, the word legendary pops up again, that you can ride. It's a unicorn, and it's the color of vanilla. And in GTA 5, we have the vanilla unicorn, which is a strip club, which is coincidentally across the street from a billboard that has an image of something that says Rehab Island, I think it says. And it's basically a reference or Easter egg of Dead Island, which is a video game about zombies. And the whole Undead Nightmare DLC is about zombies. And it's really, really crazy because we have Bigfoot, we have the Chupacabra, we have so many different things that are tied to GTA as well. And it's crazy because not only does it tie to GTA, it also ties into LA Noire. And this whole timeline seems to build up to something, and we thought we were going to be able to solve it within GTA 5, and we still might be able to. But I think that in Red Dead Redemption 2, it's really going to be like the climax of this solution to this puzzle, to this mystery, or it's basically going to at least show us something that we... How do I explain this? It's gonna be, I think, the answer. We're gonna get the answer within RDR2 to everything that we questioned within GTA 5 and everything that we're noticing. That doesn't say that there's nothing to solve still within GTA. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's going to be something more for us, and it's going to be rewarding, I believe, if we solve it, if it's a mystery, if it's just going to be blatant. I don't know. But basically, I want you guys to really check out this video. It's really insane. They even say right here, the more things change, the more they stay the same. It's on a clock within GTA 5. The more things change, the more they stay the same. So the more things change, like from the West, having horses and that kind of technology, to cars, it's still the same land, right? From it being Red Dead Redemption to LA Noire to GTA 5, it's changed by different titles, but it's all the same location. It's all the same land. When we look at the clues, the Arcadia building, okay, is tied to 88 and Back to the Future. When we look at the Arcadia building from the top-down view, it looks like the flux capacitor. There is so much. This is the part with the maps I'm looking at right now. So this video is a really good reference, guys. I can't stress it enough to check this thing out. There is something else I wanted to point out in here. Oh, yeah. There's even a point in the game where we can see in GTA 5, there's this place called Escalera, and it's actually a town in Red Dead Redemption. And there's names on here, like, there's names on here that connect. I don't want to go too much into it because that's what I'm trying to say the video is for. So just understand that they've been doing it. They've been doing it and doing it. They're connecting their games together. And when we look at Back to the Future, let's see. Okay. When we look at Back to the Future, it seems like a lot of this stuff connects with the different clues that we have found within trying to solve the Chiliad mystery, okay? And I'm seeing it more prominent now than ever. And like I was saying in the last video, there's so many clues in the game, and there's so many references and Easter eggs. How could I pick out just one and say, oh, this is what they're doing or talking about, or this is pertaining to the mystery? How do I know it's not just another reference or Easter egg, you know? But the reason I'm talking about Back to the Future is because there's an abundance, more than others. When I look at the clues and I look at all the references and Easter eggs, I'm seeing way more Back to the Future references than I am other things. So it's prominent, and I see Back to the Future being tied a lot with their other titles as well. So when you look into it, there's a couple facts I cannot overlook, and I want you guys to take a look at this. Okay, there's a couple things, like I talked about this revolver. You've seen it in the trailer, you see it here. We also seen it here, okay? And this guy has a slash across his face. That's something else that you guys may have noticed is so does John Marston, and so does Michael. I'm going to pull up this folder and show you guys. Where is it? So here's John Marston's face, 2 slashes. Okay, that's in the new trailer. We have John Marston's face with 2 slashes. We have Michael's face with 2 slashes. And the 2 slashes happens in the prologue of the game. Okay, very beginning of GTA 5. And there's a lot of connections between Michael and John, actually. They both sleep for 6 hours a day. They both have that Deadeye kind of special power. It's all in that video I told you about. The slashes happen from a train accident. And in Red Dead Redemption 2, okay, I think we're going to have our answer. It's going to be tied to something like this. In Back to the Future, you needed to go 88 miles an hour, right, to time travel. In Back to the Future 3, they had to push the DeLorean by the train. They had to push the DeLorean to get to 88 miles an hour so they could jump the gap. And that location is actually in Red Dead Redemption. I will show you guys when we do the Red Dead Redemption playthrough, so stay tuned for that. I'm also doing a giveaway if you guys didn't see in the intro. So stay tuned for all the information on that. But it's so suspicious because the train, it really lines up with everything, and I'm going to show you guys how. I'm going to try to speed this up as well. So let's see here. Basically, we know that the game is coming out, and it was prolonged. It was prolonged, it was prolonged, it was prolonged, but they never gave us like a set date. It was always just like fall or spring. Now we have October 26th, 2018 as the official release date. That's a Friday. That's weird to me. It seems very weird because it was a Tuesday on September 17th, 2013 when GTA 5 got released. It was a Tuesday on May 18th, 2010 when Red Dead Redemption got released. It was a Tuesday basically when every other fucking game in the world got released. So why did they go out of their way to make it a Friday? Or did they go out of their way to make it October 26th? I think they went out of their way to make it October 26th because October 26th is when they time traveled in Back to the Future and Back to the Future 2. Okay? Back to the Future is tied into this game more than you know. And that's why I'm stressing to you guys to watch that video and maybe even do some research on your own and let me know in the comments what you guys find out because it's very suspicious that we have this, you know, this game's pushed back and pushed back. Why? They're making it, it's almost like they made it fit this. And in more ways than one. When we take a look at Back to the Future on some different dates and stuff, we see that it says that the DeLorean time circuit control microchip shorted out by the lightning bolt. We know lightning and power and all that is tied directly into GTA. Doc writes detailed instructions including a drawing, schematic diagrams, vacuum tubes, all this stuff. Okay, all this information, okay? It seems very interesting how a lot of this stuff ties in to what we found and looked at within GTA 5. But when you look at certain things, stranded in 1885, okay, when we start Red Dead Redemption 2, it's supposedly 1899, I think it is. It's like 4 or whatever years away, or 1889. It's like 4 years away or something like that. It's really close to this date, basically. Super close to this date exactly. And this is the date in Back to the Future 3. And it's kind of suspicious how it's, you know, the Wild West in Back to the Future 3. He settles in Hill Valley, which we have in GTA 5, Hill Valley Church, where he sets himself up as a blacksmith. He then tries to improvise methods in attempts to repair the DeLorean, only to realize that the technology needs will not be available until the next century in 1947. I believe that it's either 1947 or 1946. That is the time that L.A. Noire is set in. I think it's 1947. Actually, it might be. It's 46 or 47. Is that just another coincidences? Like how many coincidences does it take until it's more, until it's something else, until it's evidence? Do you know what I mean? You might have a circumstantial case, but when there's just too much, when does it become evidence? Basically, if you guys take a look at all this stuff, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. It's tying. A lot of this stuff is like timed directly into it. It's all fitting the timeline, and it's very suspicious because now we have the DeLorean within GTA 5 Online. They gave us a DeLorean. Why is that? Why, out of all things, they gave us that car that flies, just like the DeLorean within Back to the Future? Why are they giving us treasure hunts right now? That is basically something that you do in a different game, Red Dead Redemption. Why is the treasure hunt reward available for use within the next Red Dead Redemption when we're playing GTA 5? Why is there lightning bolts on the Space Stalker? Okay, there's like red lightning bolts on the wheels and stuff, and we thought that was basically like the DeLorean, right? How many of us try to get that to go 88 miles an hour, right? And it was just talking about lightning, right? Sorted out by the lightning bolt. It's just, there's so much, dude. There's just so much, guys. I just want you to really realize that. I believe this was the picture as well, that had like the Bigfoot hidden within it somewhere, like a small little Bigfoot image. I couldn't find it, so I could be wrong on that, so don't quote me on it. But I mean, there's just a lot of information, a lot of things, and since they've been showing us a lot of stuff with the online, it seems to be tied with our crew, right, with the social club, and it's kind of weird because I don't know. It seems just kind of weird because there's so many things with the crews. I'm going to talk a lot about this later on, guys. We're going to do a fun thing with some playthroughs on Red Dead Redemption so we can get more, more in depth with the lore and more, basically, with Red Dead Redemption. So when Red Dead Redemption 2 comes out, we'll basically have everything, fresh in our minds so we can understand everything and recognize anybody and all that kind of stuff. So I urge you guys to take a look at the upcoming broadcasts because I'm going to be doing Red Dead Redemption, and I'll be talking a lot more about some of the stuff I want to bring up to you guys. But I just think it's very suspicious. Okay, now it's on a Friday. It's just lying. There was just so much lining up. Okay, and then we also have the Los Santos Legend, right? I talked about that with the Red Dead Redemption. You see what I mean? They're connecting these games in more than one way. They're connecting a lot of things, story, legend, all this stuff. In the prologue, I showed you the train, okay? I showed you the scratches. He also calls, Michael says, yeah, you're a real stallion, right? All this stuff seems to connect so much. This trailer holds a lot of very, very suspicious information, especially when looking at it through the eyes of a mystery hunter and an Easter egg hunter, okay, trying to solve the CHILIAD mystery, and then we see this trailer just giving us so much more than we've even thought, than I even thought was going to be given to us. And I can go on, guys, for a while talking about all this shit, but there's just too much. I just want to give you the outline, basically all the basic facts. I'm just showing you what was in what game. There's basically the same scene in Red Dead Redemption with Bigfoot and GTA. There's, Bigfoot is the biggest Easter egg within GTA 5, and then it led to the Beast. The Beast and the Sasquatch are coincidentally mistaken changed out on the subtitles. We've seen how it ties to 88. We've seen how it ties to the train. We've seen how it ties to the West. We've seen how it ties to the same location, to the 3 different titles, or 4 different titles. And how it's tied directly into the same timeline as a movie that is basically littered as Easter eggs throughout these games as well. And it's tied directly into treasure hunting and everything that we've been doing. I hope you guys were able to stay on the same track as me. I know that I didn't probably wrap this up as well as I could have, but basically, if you were paying attention, you get the gist of it. And like I said, stay tuned for more. If you can watch this, I will definitely link it in the description for you guys. So stay tuned. Watch this video. I know it's a long video. It's like 40 minutes long, but if you can get through it all, you'll be way more knowledgeable on what's going on and what they've done. And then you'll see even more of what I'm talking about as well. And then you can give me your opinion in the comments below. So let me know what you think, guys. Thank you guys all for joining up. Everyone that's in the chat, sorry I didn't talk to you guys. I was kind of just trying to focus on everything, and I still didn't do a good job. But thanks anyway for jumping in. Zab, Rambi, Brian Ibarra, Trippy Dutchman, Jay Holy Moly, Jay Coop, Kyrie Richmond, Cryptane, YT, Rising Sun, Andy Wong. I don't know if I already said you or not. What else we got here? Oh, you guys, I don't want to take up too much more time. Yeah, who knows? Maybe Doc and Marty will be in there, huh? Or an Easter egg for them. That'd be awesome. But yeah, guys, there's so much. There's so much. And if you guys want to share any connections you may have or found or know about or whatever, let me know in the comments. And, we'll be talking more about this stuff. So stay tuned. And I'll see you guys in the next video or broadcast. So thank you guys for jumping in. See you in GTA or Red Dead. Take it easy. Ta-ta. And as always,
Peace!